Hello and welcome to BrickFix Productions. My name's Dan and I'm going to build and review set number 21316, The Flintstones, from the old 60s TV series of the same name. This set was released in February 2019, has 748 pieces including 4 minifigures. It retails for £55 here in the UK and $60 in the US. Remember, if you enjoy this video, then please leave a like and consider subscribing below, it would be much appreciated. This set was submitted to LEGO Ideas by Andrew Clark, whom you may also recognise from his successful Doctor Who LEGO Ideas set, which was made in 2015. The front of the box looks absolutely awesome. The house and car set against the cartoonish Flintstones backdrop looks as if it's been lifted straight out of the show. I absolutely love it. There's nothing really on the side of the box, but in this set we can go to the top of the box to see the 4 included minifigures of Fred, Wilma, Betty and Barney 10-pin bowling as they often did in the show. On the back there are loads of images showing the rear of the house and indicating that the roof can be lifted off. Then various little scenes recreated with the images below. Opening the box we have 6 numbered bags and the instruction manual. Opening the manual starts out with an interview with Andrew Clark, the designer. Then on the right is an interview with the designers who turns the LEGO Ideas submission into a retail set. Turning the page there's some information about the history and characters of the original show, and you can pause the video here if you'd like to read those pages. So I'll get this set built and see you in the final thoughts. Cue the speed build. Right, the set is built and it took me about an hour and 47 minutes to complete. Now it is built, I have to say that I'm really impressed with the set overall. The build has some really interesting ways of creating layers and curves with no studs showing. Let's start with the house. It looks pretty fantastic actually, with a smooth texture and almost no studs on display. The green foliage, blue door and orange curtains contrast really well against the overall grey. The hollowed out boulder shape is created with these curved pieces being used at either end, which attach directly to the house's main structure. On top is a slab which rests at a nice angle and is double layered to give a good thickness. It also has different depths, with these areas protruding over one another and even slants off towards the back. The chimney on the side of the house has some nice texturing with these round flat plate circles and quarter elements. This was the only repetitive part of the build, as the three exterior sides are made to be identical. They're then placed on the sides with one of them inverted. The palm tree looks really nice, with curved pieces giving it shape and three brown minifigure heads up here used to represent coconuts. Out the front sits a post box containing a letter, and the box itself has a nice printed piece of the Flintstones name in the show's typeface. Looking face on really highlights the lovely shape of the house and the contrast of the coloured doors and the printed tiger skin curtains. Some nice extra details are included, such as the milk bottles that Fred puts out every night and some potted plants. The door is able to be easily pushed open, showing some extra details inside. Moving round to the back shows that the interior of the house is really detailed. However, even with all the light that I have here, it's very dark inside, but the creator allowed the roof to be easily lifted off as it's just resting on top. There's a lot of detail included here, and to help reveal it, these two floor pieces are able to pivot out. On the right side pivot base is a table with a telephone on it. A white cross-on piece here is used as a handset, which is really clever. On the left side is a lamp, which is possibly a bit disproportionate to the rest of the detailing that the house has. And below is a crate with some nice bowling pins and a ball inside. Moving inside, the family have a mammoth painting on the wall, which is another really great printed piece. Just below is a really good sofa build that will comfortably sit two minifigures, and just behind that is a fireplace at the bottom of the chimney. The TV build is intentionally blocky, but does show that there's a news report that Dino is missing. Next is the build for the car. It looks really superb and very similar to the one in the show. It is easily able to roll forwards and backwards on these curved wall elements, which are perfect to make up the wheels. The canopy roof has this amazing cloth piece with the jagged edges and the hole in the back for the rear view access. This is probably my favourite part of the whole set. Just like in the show, the car is able to house these brontosaurus ribs on either side, and while you can tip the car, it's not really heavy enough to keep it tipped. The seats inside will comfortably seat the characters, but you may notice that the steering wheel doesn't really align well with a seated character, and they're a little bit off centre. The set comes with 4 minifigures, Fred and Wilma Flintstone, and their neighbours, Barney and Betty Rubble. All the figures have really excellent but simple printing. Particular highlights would be Fred's tunic design and Wilma's awesome hairpiece. I also really like the stubble effect that the two male characters have. Even though the minifigures do not have noses, as is traditional, I can totally see that they're good representations of the characters from the show. Only the ladies have alternative expressions. Wilma has a quizzical look, while Betty looks as though she's been singing. My only real criticism is that I think it's a little bit disappointing to have not included Fred and Wilma's daughter Pebbles and Barney and Betty's adopted son Bam Bam. Like the original ideas submission had, that would have been a really completed set. Also worth mentioning here is that this set comes with an aqua coloured brick separator, which I've never seen before. Overall, I really love this set. It's bigger than I expected it to be and has wonderful detailing and textures. The house especially looks superb and beyond what I was expecting. The car and figures look really great, and it's just a shame that the children figures were not also included. And with that, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you want to buy this set for yourself, I'll leave a link to it in the description below, along with links to my Instagram and Twitter. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and allows me to bring you more builds in the future. Until next time, bye bye.